No, no, that's... No. Oh my god. Oh no, it can't be. Oh my god, it can't be. Oh my god. Holy crap. I can't.
So that's right, Luke is back in all his Jedi glory. Not back like he was, back better than ever. He's kicking more butt. Like, the way he mowed through those dark troopers was just unbelievable. You know, it's something we haven't seen from him yet, and it was amazing to see. Like, and everyone is just abuzz about this. The ratings from that episode are just sky high. Everyone's talking about this. Like, Star Wars hasn't been talked about this much in a very long time. And it's great to see. And everyone's thinking, great, Luke is redeemed. Star Wars is redeemed. And I kind of thought that too for a bit. I got caught up in everything. Like, I felt like a kid again. It was just wonderful. But then I remembered. I remembered what they did to Luke and how they did him dirty in The Last Jedi. And I realized that is still the inevitable end of Luke. Like, we're still on that path. You know, the character assassination they did to him in that movie, the way they just twisted him, just unforgivable, you know? Like, heroes fall and fumble all the time, and they get back up and they fight. You know, they could lose a hand, and they would still get back into the fight, you know? But not this time. No, he made a mistake, and he just crumbled and died and did nothing. He was someone who was so full of hope and optimism and love that he saved his father that he just met from the clutches of evil, from the Sith. And even though he knew that Vader did all these atrocities and was basically a space dictator, like, he still found the good in him, the love in him, to save him. You know? And then he turned into someone who was like, oh, I had a bad dream about my nephew, so I'm just going to try to kill him. You know? Like, how do you twist a character that much? Like, that's the horrible part about all this. It means that hate won. Hate destroyed Luke. And the people who wrote him in The Last Jedi, they wrote from hate. And they wanted hate to win. And that's still where we wind up with Luke. And that's why I still think it's kind of a false hope that how amazing he is in The Mandalorian, right? Like, for the importance of Luke, let's really break it down. Like, what does Luke represent? Especially in the pre-Disney era. What does he represent? He represents love. Like, that's wonderful. That's something to fight for. Love brings hope. Love brings optimism. You know, his love was what helped save his father. His love was what helped save his friends and help his friends tear down tyranny and bring peace to the galaxy. This was all done through love. And that's why he's so important, because of what he represents. Love. And what does he represent in the Disney era movies? Hate. His hate brought about an attempted assassination on his nephew. His hate turned towards himself to hate himself for doing that, not doing anything to try to correct it, not trying to fix it. Just to turn into a hermit, do nothing, fade away, die. A nothingness. His hate brings out despair and pessimism. And that's what they did to him. That's what they represent in the Disney films. It's a mockery of the character. But speaking of love and hope, there is maybe some hope. There is definitely rumors going on that there is a war going on for the fate of Star Wars between two warring factions. The one side from the pre-Disney Star Wars by Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, who want to give good stories to the fans, who respect the fans, and the ones who also respect the past. Then there's the Kathleen Kennedy side in the Disney era. Now they hate the past. They want to let the past die, kill it if you have to. And they actually insult the fans, even on social media. Which side do you want your stories to come from? Like, think about it. Like, you can see the difference clearly between the movies and the shows, depending on which side of this kind of war made that project. You can see the positiveness from the one side, and you can see how well the stories are in that, and you can see how horrible things just don't make sense on the other side, and how they try to assassinate characters, and how they just try to bring people down just so they can prop up other people. Like, that's kind of not how things are done. That's more like narcissism. Like, that's not good. But thus far, it seems like the pre-Disney era team is winning, because if you notice, all the shows that have been announced from Star Wars, not a single one of those shows is in the Disney trilogy era. So that's giving me a sign of hope. Not complete redemption yet, because we are still on the path towards Luke's fall. Now, just to quickly clarify, I don't hate the entirety of the Disney trilogy. I did like The Force Awakens. I thought it had, it was a remake, but it had some really kind of interesting new stories, new characters. I do like the new characters, but there really, there was a lot that they left open for the new movies. But then, The Last Jedi just ended it. It's a planned trilogy, and they ended the trilogy in the second movie and didn't leave anything open for the third movie. So of course the third movie wasn't going to be any good, because they had to start from scratch, right? It still had its fun adventure in it, but still, like, it was basically The Last Jedi that kind of ruined everything there, for not just for Star Wars, for their own trilogy, and for a lot of the characters. So that's kind of where my beef is with that. But there are more rumors that the pre-Disney side is going to change and fix everything. Some YouTubers, Doomcock and other ones, have released some rumors that they have heard about how the Disney trilogy will be erased from the Star Wars universe internally. There is the Veil of the Force, which was introduced in Star Wars Rebels. That is something that is basically a realm of space-time and alternate realities. And there is a theory that they would use the Veil of the Force to kind of retcon the Disney trilogy and make it an alternate reality. So if they do that, they would save Luke. They would go back to love that Luke was. They would remove the hate that The Last Jedi was. They would go back to love. And that would be a redemption to me for Luke and for Star Wars. As The Mandalorian stands, like I say, they're still, they're going towards the Disney trilogy, and that's kind of the way it was, because that's how the show started. These new shows, allegedly, might go towards the Force of the Veil and kind of change things around. We don't really see. But until that happens, as much as they're going to prop Luke up in these new ones, he's going to have that eventual fall, unless they change things. So I do have hope that they're going to change things around, but we shall see. And until then, I guess, may the Force be with you. Thanks for letting me rant.